All right, Shalom. I'd like to start off saying Kal Halayim La Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Harikar Kodash Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles, a great millstone, and my elder Herawan as well. Salutations to the Akim that are pushing the truth, of sincerity and truth. And peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. All right, I'm Kanak Ban Yasharala from the Lions Den of Yasharala camp. It's going to be another Lions Den news and prophecy. On this article, it says atomic clock. Putin's worst enemy declares threat to plunge world into nuclear war is real. Um, you know, we already understand that it's real. It's inevitable because it was spoken by Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. But it's now also becoming a reality to those who are not in the know. That nuclear war is inevitable. That the things that are spoken of by Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai are going to come to pass. His word is not going to return unto him void. You know, and Yahweh Shai was speaking of these same things when he was here on earth. You know, so another word for atomic clock is doomsday clock. Because everybody knows the end all tell all is you have scientists say that Earth is going to get too close to the sun. It's going to be high. It's going to feel like the Earth's got too close to the sun. But what it's going to be is these nuclear fire that's being brought forth by Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. You know, but then you have some talking that no destruction is going to come. They're trying to rebuild Babylon, but Babylon is not going to be healed according to the scriptures, man. The Lord said He's not going. He would have healed Babylon, but He can't. There's nothing that you could do to heal Babylon. All right, it wasn't set up to be healed. Babylon was set up. Babylon the Great, which is America, was set up to be destroyed. You know. Lord willing, this lesson is edified to serve this purpose for the hopeful elect, the ones that truly believe in the name of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, it says Vladimir Putin's worst enemy declared that the threat of nuclear war is very real, possibly amid the Russian leader's ongoing war in Ukraine. All right, has learned. All right, in a startling development to come after the conflict in Ukraine recently exceeds 16 months. Russian opposition leader Grigory Yavolinsky warned that Putin's threats of nuclear Armageddon are serious, and it's not even about Putin's threats. It's about what was spoken of by Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. Let's go to the scripture on this. Get Malachi 4:1. It says, Behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly shall be stubble. The day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts. It shall neither leave them root nor branch. Right. So that's what's going to happen. The destruction of America, destruction of these systems that are set up. All right. It says, but unto you that fear my name, right, those are the elect, shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and he shall go forth and grow up his calves among the salt. Now, healings that he's coming with are the new bodies. And ye shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet in the day that I shall do this, saith the Lord. Right. And that was promised by Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. With the destruction will come salvation, thus saith the Lord. Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. It says, remember ye the law of Moses, my servant, which I commanded unto him in Horeb for all Israel with the statutes and judgments. All right, this is another key point. Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming in the great and dreadful day of the Lord, man. So Elijah has come as Abba Bivens, you know, and that's what happened. The hearts of the children were turned back to the Father, and the hearts of the Father were turned back to the children. Because we're no longer being led by the flesh, we're being led by the Spirit of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. So when we see these things, like see these articles of the threat of nuclear war, on the brinks of nuclear war, or what the we look forward to these things. Hasten the day of the coming of our Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right, so now he said he's going to send Elijah. All right. Let's go here to Matthew 24:4. It says, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come, saying, I am Christ, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. Right. So what it's saying is, it'll be many that'll come in saying they're the enlightened one, follow behind them. But they're only just deceivers. So we got to judge the spirit by the spirit, because these are serious, treacherous times right now. There's no room for, there's no margin for error. There's no gray area of like, oh, okay, well you almost did it, so here, come on, no. So it's important that we pay attention to the things that are being said and the doctrine that's being taught by these individuals calling themselves, prophets or whatever, making sure that the things they say line up with the things that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua says. All right, verse 5 again. For many shall come saying, I am Hamashiach, or I am anointed, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come, but the end is not yet. So we're going to see the wars and the rumors of wars, but that's not the end of it. But all these things shall come, all right? All these things, but this is just a precursor of what's to come. But by the time the nuclear weapons start to being used, you can bet that we're right at the door of salvation. Because you're gonna see by then the RFID chip will be already, the CHIP, the MOTB, which is the RFID technology, will be in place once at the height of the nuclear destruction. All right, Matthew 24:7 says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places, man. And we're seeing these right now. I just seen an article that said there were 2,200 earthquakes in Iceland or something like that, and they're anticipating a massive volcanic eruption. So going back to the article a little bit, it says, Zelensky, a former Soviet power broker, who more recently founded Russia's last liberal party, also warned that a nuclear apocalypse is not just a threat to Ukraine, but also the West, right? What is the West that it's referring to? The West that it's referring to is America and Europe. The United States and Europe. It says, matter of fact, let me get Isaiah 13 real quick. Because no matter how much they try to cover it up, this actually has not a whole lot to do with Ukraine itself, because if NATO wasn't trying to push forward more east and be at the back door of Russia by trying to annex or trying to officially make Ukraine a part of NATO, this probably would have never happened. So what Russia is doing, trying to protect themselves from the United States and NATO. All right. So this is Isaiah 13:17. It says, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in them. Right. And it says, their bows shall also dash the young men into pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not even spare children, man. Shall not spare children. And Babylon, the glory of the kingdom, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. So what is that saying? That's talking about how Russia is going to annihilate this place. You know, so there's nothing that America's going to be able to do. So yeah, so apocalyptic war is not only a threat to Ukraine but also the West. All right, this is going back to the article real quick. It says, taking into account the size of the threat of nuclear war, this is also serious. Zelensky told the Sun on Sunday. I would say it's a threat for tomorrow, but as far as I understand, this is 50-50. This is a very real possibility that can be realized. It says, Russian opposition leader further explained that Putin, if backed into a corner in Ukraine, could be in the position to deploy nukes if he does not have the vision to find a way out. And that's why the Lord's going to, push the hand of Russia. He's gonna push. He's gonna. And the Lord's influencing this thing all the way. All right. And and Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to be manipulating the minds of these people, man. This is Proverbs 21:1. It says, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. Yahweh Shem Yahushua, at the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. All right. So, and this is all, everything that comes about is the doing of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So he's going to force the hand or manipulate the mind or control, not even manipulation, control the mind of Vladimir Putin. Granted, he's still, in rulership at the time when Yahweh Shem Yahushua makes the call. And this is what's going to happen. Ezekiel 38:10. It says, thus saith the Lord, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought, man. And thou shalt say, I will go up into the land of unwalled villages, and I will go to them that are at rest and dwell in safety. It's talking about America, man. And all them without walls and having neither bars nor gates. And they're also going to be going up into Israel too. The one that one of America's closest allies. The one that majority of the funding in America, in the United States, goes to. All right. It says, meanwhile, in the article, it says, meanwhile, Yavlinsky also spoke about the constant target on his back for being Putin's political opponent. Zelensky campaigned against Putin in 3 different elections for the Russian presidency and currently remains one of the only Russian opposition leaders to not be exiled, imprisoned, or killed under mysterious circumstances for opposing Putin. It says, I think about that every day, every minute. We can stop the interview and anything can happen. But this is my country, he told The Sun. I have been working in politics for more than 30 years, and it is my responsibility and obligation to warn about the real danger as I see it. But the prophets of Yahweh Shem Yahushua are giving the true warning, man. We're giving the true warning of what's to come because it's been spoken unto us by the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua in sincerity and in truth. Right? It says, as RadarOutline.com previously reported, Yavlinsky's revelation that the atomic clock is ticking and that the threat of nuclear war between Russia and the West is a very real possibility came shortly after President Joe Biden also confirmed the threat is real. Right? They can confirm it. It's already been confirmed by Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. All right, so as a matter of fact, let me grab this scripture real quick. It says, this is Ezekiel 12:28. It says, therefore Say unto them, Thus saith the Lord, there shall none of my words be prolonged any more, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So these prophecies I'm finna start hurrying up and coming to pass, as they're being spoken by the true prophets, the men of the Lord, the men of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, it says President Biden shared the shocking revelation in June during a speech in California. All right, so all these things which are being spoken of by the true men of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai are coming to pass, and there's nothing that anybody can do to deter it or stop it from happening. You know, once it's spoken of by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and it's released out into the wind by the prophets, the deed is done. There's no turning back. Just like you can't push a baby back into the womb when it's time for deliverance. And we're very close to the time of our deliverance. Thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to serve this purpose without like Sekal Halayim La Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Harakah Kodash Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles, a great millstone, and my elder Herawan as well. Salutations to the Akim that are pushing this truth to sincerity and truth. And peace and blessing to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Shalom.